And we are live once again. Welcome back to part 2 of the podcast. We didn't mean to do 2 parts this week, but hopefully this will have fixed Theo's mic issues. So let's go ahead and do some testing real fast.
Hello, can you all hear me now?
Here's hoping.
We should be able to start picking my sound now at least.
Oh, I can hear you in the stream.
Awesome.
Good to go now. Good to go. Oh yeah. Welcome back to part 2 of the Hunting with Friends podcast for the 19th of January 2013. This is episode number 8, season 2, episode 8, and it's also episode. God. This is episode. How to put this? Well, this is episode 20 for those of you watching it on the Teamworkcast website. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kino's back too. So yeah, Kino. Turns out there was a mic problem, and they really couldn't hear a word he was saying.
Wait, what?
Yeah, so we had to cut the stream and come back because there was a mic problem with Theo, and no one could hear him at all. Like he wasn't just quiet; they just couldn't hear him. He wasn't making any sound.
I just forgot to actually set up my mic for XSplit.
It's all good. It's all good. We got it. We got it sorted out. We're good to go. On for quest number 2.
I'm actually gonna remind myself what this is even weak to. And then you have an orgasm on stream, Kino.
I'm pushing poop out of my ass.
What the? Okay. That is uncalled for. We do not need that on the stream. Good God.
Sometimes I question if we need Kino on the
I've
stream.
actually had very bad bathroom problems.
And we need to know this why.
Because Kino thinks we need to know every awkward thing that happens in her life.
Oh, I want to tell you this dream I had. It was really cool.
Please don't.
Please.
Okay, she can
It's
tell her story
appropriate.
and I'll tell
I
mine.
promise. Okay, so I had a dream. I was in that one part of Korea where they're communist. Is it north, right?
It's North Korea, yes.
Yes. And, like, so, the dude is Kim Jong-un, right? New guy?
Kim Jong-un, I think it's his son. Kim Jong-il is dead, and his son took over.
Yeah, I know, he's dead. Okay, so I had a dream about going to this really cool anime convention. It was kind of small, though. And Kim Jong-un was there. And I'm like, whoa, isn't he the bad guy? And I'm like, I know he's the bad guy. He looks like his father. And he has Monster Hunter figures everywhere, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna buy all this. And I was in line holding like the really cool like different figurines. Dude comes up to me and smacks it out of my hand and said, this is mine now. And I'm just like, no, I was buying this. He's like, I will kill you. And I'm like, no, you can't kill me.
What the fuck,
North
Kino?
Korea. Yeah, he can. What? I have to wonder what prompts this kind of thing. I know it's Kino. Before you say anything, though, I know it's Kino.
That's too told us to say it's Kino.
That really should be it.
But it's not, I'm not done there. So I kind of got disappointed. I said, that's it. And then I kind of just stormed out of the convention. And then I see my mom outside by a water fountain. I'm just like, Mom, what are you doing here? Like, I haven't seen my daughter in so long. And I'm just like, but I don't want to see you, Mom. It's like, well, your aunties are here too. Look. And I look around. And it was like all weird because all my aunts were like in one door. And there was like a bunch of doors. And they're each standing by a door. And overhead, I see like jet planes flying over. And they start bombing the place. I'm like, what's going on? I'm so confused. No.
Okay. I think we should cut that dream off right there. Because that's just getting weird.
Yes, I have to agree.
I'm done now.
So, I think I will forgo telling my story since it's not nearly as exciting as... I was gonna say, I think I'll forgo telling my story since it's not nearly as exciting as that one. And instead, I was checking some comments on some of the podcasts, and a new one actually is asking us to do a podcast where we talk about how we got into Monster Hunter, especially Frontier. Have we done this already?
I don't think so.
I don't think we have. So let's ask the chat and see what they think. Well, you guys want to hear about this? Is this sound cool to you guys? As we get ready for the Kuarusepusu.
Oh, we're done?
Okay, so we do want to do. Okay, I guess I'll start. So I got into Monster Hunter at age 13, I think. Back when the first Monster Hunter first came out for PS2. And I got into PS2, and that was like one of the first games I got for it was Monster Hunter because it looked amazing, and I played that game to death. Oh man. And by death, I mean I got to the Cephadrome, got stuck, spent a year trying to kill it, still couldn't do it, and gave up, and didn't play Monster Hunter again until Freedom Unite came out, and I got a PSP. And that eventually led
Wait,
to
Tina.
What? What?
I'm confused. Wait.
Going right here. Like, turn up right here.
I can't remember the positioning. I think it's around here.
I think here. Maybe. I think it's closer to the wall.
We shall see. If not, it will go into it at some point.
I'm confused, but we'll get back to the story. And then from there, I got into Freedom Unite, and I beat that all the way through. I went on to Portable Third, and I cleared that, except for Latreon. I haven't killed Latreon yet because I haven't unlocked him.
And I couldn't have been more wrong.
You guys were close. Get in the trap. Oh, or you can paralyze it, that works too.
And I don't remember Tati doing that beam after that.
Yeah, I actually got a second game in the series. The game was fun, just because I got a dead end didn't mean I didn't have fun with the game. And the first game control scheme was pretty terrible. Like, I loved Hunter, and I actually gave it another try. I went through and beat most of the first game. More recently, I went back through it. And like I said, went to Portable Third, beat most of that. Got into Frontier back in January of last year. And that's when they had a full month long from January to like near February, where it was free to play Frontier. And I got a free VPN, and I started playing Frontier and got into it. You didn't have to pay anything to go past Hunter Rank 2, and got into it, and then started doing stuff, playing with Kino and Pike and Icicle, and we decided to do a couple episodes together, and with voice chat and stuff like that, and that eventually turned into the podcast, the first episode of the podcast, with Icicle as the guest, as he's one of the guys from Castle Hunter podcast. And then eventually a couple episodes in, we got Theo, and Icicle went his separate way, and having fun ever since.
And then you kind of ran out of money and you couldn't play anymore.
Oh yeah, I ran out of money and I couldn't play anymore, and I got back into school, and so now I'm just the narrator. Although,
because we don't like talking!
Yeah, because you guys don't like talking, and you would get very, very off topic if I wasn't here. Also, we wouldn't start nearly as on time as we do.
And if we had to think of everything to say, I think that door would have went a lot worse.
And it's Crazy Spike. Monster Hunter Frontier is it's a $30 a month habit if you don't want any lag. So yeah, it's pretty expensive. Yeah, so who wants to go next? Or should I explain some about the monster before fighting before that?
Ow.
Ow.
I think we might be about to die.
I think this is the part where we die. Or not.
That should not have
worked.
worked.
I guess I can tell my story.
Sounds good.
I started, of course, way back 2004 when Monster Hunter came out in Japan. I had a neighbor who was back in Los Angeles when I was staying with my mom. I had a neighbor who had the game imported. Like, oh, let's play this. My cousin's all like, yeah, let's play this or I'll beat you up. I'm like, okay, let's do this. So I started playing, and I really liked it because I was like, oh, dragons and wyverns and all that awesome stuff. And I like dragons. And, I kept playing, and then once I reached Cut 2, I was like, oh man, this is hard. I keep bouncing. I don't have good armor. I keep losing. So I kind of rage quit by that time. Took a break for like a month. Finally beat it. Got to Sephiroth. 2 months break because I couldn't beat him. Finally beat him. Went to Rathloff. Couldn't beat that. 5 months break. And I realized, hey, I should try this strategy in my head. So I used a Great Sword. I wasn't paying attention. But that's when I started using Great Sword, because I started beating everything up with a Great Sword. I loved Great Sword from there on. And then finally I heard news that, Freedom 1 came out, and I'm like, oh my god, I want a PSP, and my grandpa was like, oh, what do you want for Christmas? Like, I want a PSP. Oh, why? I'm like, I want to play video games. Is it educational?
Nope.
Sure, it's educational. Like, okay, I'll get you one because it's educational. I'm like, alright.
It educates me about fantasy monsters.
You're learning cooperative play strategies and how to socially interact.
Yeah, that's something. And then I started getting all excited and hyped up, and that's like my peak. And I started drawing Monster Hunter adult stuff, and then making cosplays for Monster Hunter, and convention going for Monster Hunter and stuff, and everything nowadays. And what you see me do, I'm running a blog with Neo, podcast, helping you record stuff, drawing more monsters, everything else.
Cat cannon.
Huh?
Drawing a cat cannon.
Oh yeah! Did you like the cat cannon?
Yeah, it sounds like the best cat cannon ever. I actually was asking for one that fired cats, not one that was made out of cats. This one's better.
I know. You wanted one to fire cats? I kind of did the complete opposite and direct cats at the cannon.
Alright,
I'm glad you liked it.
It was pretty awesome. But Luzin is winning. We'll answer your question in just a minute. I want to hear Theo's Monster Hunter backstory real fast, and then we'll go ahead and then we'll answer the question.
Honestly, mine isn't even that interesting.
None of ours are really that interesting. I mean, so we started playing Monster Hunter, and then we.
If I remember correct, I know I got my first Monster Hunter game through Unite when I got my PSP. If I remember, I was just looking for games that I wanted to get on PSP, and Monster Hunter looked interesting, so I got it. Then I got bored,
ever since.
I remember I got bored there first because of all the gathering quests and all the boring parts at the start of every Monster Hunter game. And after a few months I got back into it, started actually fighting proper monsters and actually started to really enjoy it then. Then a couple of years ago I tried getting into Frontier first, then I couldn't work out how to actually get it working, so I kind of rage quit on that. I don't really see how I found out how to get into it again. But eventually I found out how to get onto it, started playing Frontier, and been playing Frontier ever since.
Oh yeah, I forgot a part of my story.
Go ahead, Kino.
How I started playing. Actually started with Frontier Korea. Where when I heard about Frontier, I'm like, I want to play this game. It's like, oh, in Japan you gotta pay it. And I'm like, is there one where they're like anywhere else besides paying? He's like, oh yeah, play Korea version. They're free, but they're just way behind. I'm like, oh, it's worth it. So yeah, I did that.
And that was awesome timing for it to fall over.
But yeah, I started Korea, and then once Korea shut down, I heard it's shutting down, I quit. And finally, I heard, oh, let's play Frontier in Japan. I signed up 2 years ago, and last February was the official time I actually started playing. And then actually, next month is the anniversary, 1 year anniversary of playing Frontier for real.
Pretty sure next week it is for me as well. Not next week, I'm next month.
Okay, what's the question now?
Okay, the question is, which Monster Hunter would you recommend to someone just getting into the series? This is a question that's been tossed around quite a bit on various forums and things. As I know a lot of people are they're either big fans of the series and they want to get someone else into it, or they've just heard about it themselves and they've seen videos but they haven't started playing it themselves. And I don't know which one is your thing, but and actually no, that's actually wrong. You should not start on a Monster Hunter for Unite. It is incredibly difficult for beginners and has a lot of big hurdles that are very difficult to overcome if you're not prepared for them. The best game to start off with in the series is probably Monster Hunter Tri. There's a lot of resources for it online that make it easy to get help for things you can't complete on your own, and you can even go online when you need to get better stuff. Now, it is good to note the Monster Hunter Tri servers for both U.S. and European, and I think even the Japanese ones as well, are getting shut down pretty soon, like in the next month or two, for the release of Monster Hunter Tri Ultimate for the Wii U. So it might be a good idea if you want to get Tri. You should. I would recommend waiting, getting the Wii U, and getting Monster Hunter Tri Ultimate when it comes out, or 3DS if you have one already. Getting to that instead.
Yeah.
And I was pretty much going to say exactly what Brad said on that topic.
Yeah.
Wow.
I have no more life powders. No more life powders.
Awesome.
If you don't have a Wii U or a Wii but you have a PSP and you have the money to import something, I would recommend getting Monster Hunter Portable 3rd because it's just as easy as Tri. It's got all the fixes in it, as well as some things that make it a fairly easy game to get into. It is in Japanese though, so that might make it a little more difficult.
I'm not sure where to get the English back. Let's face it's not that bad.
Yeah, so
if you want to get into
questions?
Frontier in the future, using the Japanese and Portable 3rd is helpful.
I have a question.
What is that question, Kino?
Is it awkward?
No.
Are you sure?
No. Yeah, no.
I don't believe you.
I kind of don't believe her either.
Why would you? Okay, well, let me think of a better question. Give me a
considering that we've had some technical issues and we're a little bit late, we might want to just do a 3-quest podcast this time, and then make the new segment the 4th quest for this episode, or have that be the next thing. Have it be the 3rd quest, and then the final quest will be the actual quest.
I don't mind either way.
So if that's good with you guys, then we might as well we'll just do it like that. So I think after this quest will be the time for the new segment, featuring our wonderfully awesome new splash art for it, including the new and improved V, our Robbie and T mascot. So that'll be coming up in a minute, as soon as we can go in. If you want to go ahead and load the splash art, you can.
I was gonna do it after we get out of quest.
No probs.
In case people are interested in looking at the rewards and stuff.
Got a pretty good crowd. I'm not sure if it's counting people who like the 3 of us who are watching, but there's 14 people watching this podcast.
That'll be counting YouTube, but I don't think it'll count me.
Yeah, I think it counts mods, but doesn't count the person casting. So yeah, that's 12
count
people.
me.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good showing.
I'm not sure.
Considering we start, I'm good. I was gonna say considering we started late.
So what's
All
next?
right, it is time for a guide. Welcome to the new segment with our wonderfully awesome new splash art. That's actually my desktop background too, for the record.
Yeah, let's go.
With V and our first guide is going to be Mesa Square, so we'll go ahead and head there now. This is kind of a segment we want to start to get new players a little bit better acquainted with the area they're around in and the kind of things they'll have access to as they get higher up hunter rank and such. So here we are at Mesa Square, and of course I'll be helped out with this by Thino and Kyo. Thino.
What? Thino and Kyo.
I don't know where that came from. This hit me. It's like, wait a second, something was wrong with what I just said. Theo and Kino. There we go. Okay. So.
Wait, Kino, Theo? That'd be one person morphed together, half guy, half girl, purple-haired, purple clothes.
Extremely awkward.
Oh god, so let me start at the quest counters, and I'll just kind of explain stuff as you run around different places.
So which one do you want to start off at?
Okay, well we can start. We'll start
Let's
here.
start off at the whatever quest counter you want to do. I know the white one, the girl in the white costume, as well as the guildmaster. So the rest of them you guys can kind of handle. Okay, so this is the main quest giver. You go to her to get basically all the quests you're gonna do for the game. She has various things you can access, and that just basically sums that up. If you want to go and talk to her real fast, we can kind of talk to him about what each of the options mean. As it loads up.
It's loading.
It's loading. It's taking lots of time, but it is loading.
Awesome frontier lag.
Yes, frontier. Gotta love the frontier line. Here we go. Okay, so the first one on here is you see your basic quest list. This has a list of basically everything. All the quests available.
Basically the quests that rotate.
Hmm?
It's basically the quests that rotate each week.
Yes, you can get the quests that rotate each week, and they do rotate. So you may not have all of the quests available that you want to do in a given week. Here, you have different options. You've got like just basic quests. The one below that is Go monsters that are available.
Event quests, not basic quests.
Basically, that's event.
I'll let you explain this. You know it a lot better than I do. It's been a while since I played it.
Okay, the top one is event quests, and the second one is Go quests, and after you have frontier quests, then that is like elders, just some random elder hunts. And you have special quests. Next one is invasion quests. Then you have like kind of like versus quests. You basically compete to do better than other people in your group. Then you have all the two-man quests, and at the bottom is daily quests. You basically talk to the item lady, she lets you do daily quests.
And those generally give you either Go tickets or a large amount of experience or something like that, good amount of money.
Money or
in some cases some other
armor.
Yeah, tickets for armor, stuff like that.
Various awesome things.
Various cool things. Then I believe the next option on here is the quest search, correct? Not search, but like it gives you a list of like areas, and it's like just a whole big list of quests.
Well, this section in general is actually just hunter quests. Like just normal quests that are always up. Because it's just like if you want to do SR100 ones, HR high rank, low rank, or search which area you want it to be in.
Yes, and then I don't know what actually don't know what the next one is. Is there arena?
I'm not sure what the exact translation is, but it's like, and they have coupon quests where you put an event code and you get access to one of these quests.
This would be arena quests, like technically arena quests, quote unquote.
This isn't arena quest. That's in another person.
Oh yeah, that is in another place. I'm trying to think about this. Like, there is a translation for this. I can't think of what it is though. For the life of me.
I know the quest. I just don't know the actual translation.
Yeah.
And in that section you'll have things like quests you get access to at a specific hunter rank. Like every 100 hunter ranks you get access to super piercing, and you get that from a quest that's in there. In the bottom one you basically get you can do these to get some special coin things you need to upgrade, like premium armor, booster pack armor, stuff like that.
They make getting hardcore weapons really, really easy.
Yep, they do.
All right, and I think like we should probably finish explaining all of this. I'm trying to make sure we have enough time to show off the whole square.
The next one after that is premium quest. Basically, whenever you buy premium quests, you get access to all these quests, which usually give a good amount of HRP, a good amount of money, as well as some other awesome rewards.
They also give
tickets, and if you want to give Go tickets.
Yeah, like my favorite ones are just the basic premium tickets, which sell for 50,000 yen each. That's the only thing they're used for. You sell them for money.
Not factoring, you get access to these quests in the actual guild hall, but they're guild quests. Basically, quests that only people in your guild you can do with people in your guild. Now, so I'm not even sure why Caravan Quest is actually on there, but okay.
Yeah, that's kind of, Caravan Quest we'll get into when we go to Perone, I believe is called. It's been so long since I've been to these places. That'll be in a later guide though.
Yeah, I've been spacing the reason for that actually being here.
Yeah, like you can't even access them here. I don't even know why it's there.
And the menu, the quest menu, and where you actually get the Caravan Quest is completely different. So I'm guessing it's just something that was there before, and they just didn't take it out.
Probably. This one I know what this is. This is the PvP quests.
No, it isn't.
It's not? Seriously? Damn.
You get that from another person as well.
Son of a gun! I am so far behind on this.
This is the
Let Theo
quest,
do all the
basically.
talking, girl. He knows everything.
I know. I'm so out of it. I used to know what all of these were, and now I don't.
I can't actually remember what these are for since I've never done them, but they're basically versus quests, which, if I remember, I can't remember if you get versus stickers, I don't know if you need them for it. It's also like it's like a tournament thing as well.
Ah, yeah.
Then, if I remember, I can't remember which one of these is urgent now.
One of those is urgent. I can't remember which one it is.
I think that one's the
Generally,
urgent.
you talk to the guild master though, and he'll give it to you.
I don't know,
so
basically never use that.
Yeah.
Then the next one is for, like, festival winner quest. Basically, well, it's not exactly a specific set time between them, but every now and then we have something called festival where you get a bunch of points, and you can pick a team for your guild, and whichever team wins gets winner quests. And they're usually there.
Yeah, and those winter quests can be everything from just quests to get extra money or extra experience, all the way to, I know back in April of 2012, there was a winter quest from Festival that let the winners fight Tycoon Zamza a week early.
And you can get things like special materials for certain equipment and stuff, like festival armor, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Festival armor, festival weapons. After that, it's basically noob quest. It's just like starter quest, training, or you call them training quests, so I think you'll usually find at the start of another Monster Hunter game. Basically
The ones that
things
most
like
you do.
gather meat, cook meat, get a potion, hunt a basic Ranpo, or Great Ranpo. And that's a weapon training quest, as well as that's a ranged weapon training. It's just some other basic hunts, pretty much. And that pink option basically, whenever you've done a quest, if you get that, will show up like the last quest you've done whilst you was in that land, so you can easily repost the quest that you've been doing recently.
Allowing for easy farming. I know what the last one is. I'm not going to make a fool of myself on this one. The last one, the green one, though, that is the quest search. You can then type in the name of a monster, and it will search for quests available that have that monster in them.
You can also type in the actual name of the quest to search for the specific quest.
Yes, that too. Which is a little bit more difficult to do if you don't know the name.
Second option is also to just scroll through all the monsters and search for the monster like that. Option after that is choosing which area you want it to be in. Then you choose like what kind of monster you want it to be, whether you want it to be Fanged Wyvern, Piscine Wyvern, or whatever. After that, it's in English, so you can kind of see what it is anyway, but that's which hunter rank you want it to be.
It's fairly convenient.
And that's everything in there.
And I think we should really only talk about like the guild master for now. Like, if we need some more advanced stuff, we'll do a big section on the rest of these guys too. But
Well, most of the rest will be pretty short, to be honest, anyway.
Yeah, true. We can kind of just talk about what they do. So I'll let you go for these guys.
This woman is basically just like the last person you spoke to. She just gives all the quests. Except instead of just taking you to the first page, she'll take you straight to the two-man quests. This makes it easier to very quickly get to the two-man quests.
Which are nice because monsters have less health and they do really less damage and they die a whole lot faster.
And they're extremely pathetic to the point even a 2-year-old could probably beat them. You can see it just took me straight to where the two-man quests are.
Fairly convenient.
Next NPC is basically just another place to get winner quests, but since there's none of them, we can't even load that up anyway. And this here is the Guild Master, which gives things like urgent, gives you Poogie, no, yeah, it's Poogie, duck quests. Gook.
Which is a derogatory term, sadly. It's supposed to be like a combination of duck and goose, though. You can see where the game came from.
You can also do things like sort out things for USR here, apart from that's not going to show up for me since I have nothing I can do with it right now.
Yeah,
you
and
can
also
like
do
pick
your
up new
urgents here.
SRs, do your SR urgents, which basically is handing in books. You get your
and your
SR
urgents
moves
for
from
no-
here.
Also, your urgent for normal stuff, for normal quests will appear here. You can talk to him and get those, and those will, you can just sign up for your urgent quest and you complete that. Of course, it works like a normal urgent.
This quest is showing right now is basically just quest to get a gook egg, so you can get new gook. As well as the gook charm quest at the bottom.
We'll get a little bit more into that when we get to the farm in a later guide.
And this is where you actually get the arena and PvP quest.
Yes, this is the arena PvP quest. There we go.
There's like a bunch of various arena quests. This is the main arena quest section though. Where you like beat an arena quest normally and you go on to the next one. But all these quests are like arena quest style as well, they're just a bit different.
They're not all necessarily at the arena, they're different areas.
And they also have like weird requirements, but you still have the preset weapon and armor options like you have in a normal arena quest. This is just things that you can buy for guild arena points and stuff. This is just some information on this section. And here you have all the stuff about PvP. Top option I can't check because it's not night, but top option is to basically set a PvP quest. Where you both have a monster, you have to try and beat the other person's monster before they beat your monster, basically.
It's a lot of fun. If you hadn't watched it, there's an episode of us doing that back in Season 1.
Second option, you can see which monsters you actually have. And yes, one of mine's called Ass because of Kino. He told me to call it Ass. And the third one is just some basic stats on your PvP stats. Like how many wins you've had, how many losses you've had. And the last person is Bitch Mizuki, who talks too much.
We don't like her. We don't like her.
You can use her to trade in tickets for HR. Like, let's see, was it certain tickets for HR tickets or HR tickets for
There's a lot of things you can trade.
For a lot of things, yeah.
Yeah, the bottom option I just went to, you can trade some certain items for other items. Like at the top, you basically trade your Zenny for porter tickets as an easy way to get over the general Zenny cap. There's like Nikutama medals or Capwa coins and stuff, Capwa medals. Well, there's a bunch of other random things. There's like a grade thing,
trade in your
hardcore
coins you get
medal,
from the special quest to get the
HRP
the upgrade
ticket,
tokens you need.
and just general stuff like that. And here you have the Veteran
you
Series
get
quests,
Veteran
which are event quests. So it's like a series of quests, and each time you do a quest, you get an item. And maybe by the end of it, will give you something to make some weapon or armor.
There's some pretty cool series armors out there.
Then there's the Beginner Series, which it doesn't actually rotate, it's not an event. But it's just a huge series of quests that gives you some basic items and stuff. And that's everything for around here.
Yeah, we can just go tell. We don't have to like talk to the rest of the NPCs. We can just kind of explain what they do, and then we'll talk about the quest boards and then where each of the doors goes for the next couple of guides. So here we have the item combiner.
This is the item combiner. Yeah. Which one here just combine anything you've learned in your combine book.
And you can also buy items used to combine things together, so it's pretty convenient.
You can also combine points. There's like guild point combine things here as well, which use up guild points to combine even rarer items. And here you can like turn your spare BP tickets into things like lucky charms and some other tickets they used to make BP armors. You can also just buy combine materials for bullets and stuff mostly.
Yeah, it's just various smaller materials you need for other items combines.
That option is buy to bag, that one's sell, and then that's buy to box.
Yeah. Alright, and then the next person is the generic item girl. She basically has the same three options as the bottom guy, as the bottom three on the item combiners, as well as a couple of different options.
Yep, which we'll go through after this. This is just like your general recovery item stuff. Potions, antidotes, cool drinks, hot drinks, nutrients, flash bombs, sonic bombs, just general items. So it's used with basically, they're like coatings, but for use them with melee weapons instead.
So nice.
And here's where you buy things like combined books, house upgrades, and all your monster guides. This is bullet shop, you buy all your bullets and coatings. Here you buy things like pickaxe, bombs, just gathering items mostly.
Yeah, gather ground. Use things that are usable in quests you can buy here.
Trap tools, boomerangs,
Lightning
binoculars.
rods.
Because everyone needs binoculars.
I don't know if anybody actually ever uses those.
I have 10 of them for some reason.
I had to buy them to make certain jewels in Free Me Night, and that was it. Because they make perception jewels.
This is just things that you can use for like PvP. So, like horns you use in PvP to control your pet.
To do,
There's
yeah,
also
like
food
Pike,
at the
would
top.
use them. Good. Yeah, but Pike would use them to make it spin continuously, so he wouldn't be able to get near it.
At the bottom you just have some more combined materials. Like just more
Well, these are
general
actually
combined.
food materials, aren't they? Some of them.
What's some of them? Some of them are